Hi, I'm Mary with Restoration Fitness. This company is all about working with people over the age of 50 through in-home, hidden pool, or virtual balance training and corrective exercise sessions. Today I want to talk to you about how to really have an effective workout in your home, and you don't have to acquire a lot of stuff. So I'm going to do a quick advertisement for a company called Black Mountain Products, and their resistance band set is available on Amazon. I'll put a link in the bio about that. And what I like about their products is they allow so much versatility, and they are very durable, which is very important for you as a consumer. You don't want something that's not well constructed, that if you put an attachment in your door frame so that you can do pulling exercises, it's not going to pop your door open and you have a potential accident losing your balance. I'm all about being safe. So this is what I love about Black Mountain. As you can see, I have lots of different colored bands that allow you as many combinations as you want. Let me put this on the floor. I'm going to go through how I train for the functional movement patterns that are so important for us over 55. I don't care what your biceps are, but I sure care that you can pull and push effectively. So let's go through how I do some of those movement patterns with people. Pulling motions. You can stand on your resistance band. A single foot gives you more flexibility and less resistance on the band. 2 feet give you more. What I really like to do is cue people to have their belly in nice and tight and single arm bicep curls. Performed one at a time, slowly. You've got tension through the entire movement. But the benefit for you, you don't have to get on the floor and start doing the old traditional crunches for core straining. That's really a good word for it. I should have said training, but straining is what happens to your neck and your back. Doing an upright single arm movement is so effective at also making it a compound exercise. You are working your core. So pulling motions are really easy with bands. You can make them easier or harder depending on the color that you use and whether one foot or both are on the floor. Now let's talk about pushing motions, because we push in life a lot. How I like to set this up is I stand a certain distance in, for me it's about a foot, on this band. And I am actually holding the band itself. I'm not using the handle. I cock my elbow because pushing motions happen from a bent elbow position. I am going to bend my knees slightly, hinge forward so I have a straight back, and it's a push back motion that really activates that tricep and gives you more power for when you need to be pushing things. All right, let me look at my brains here so that I don't lose track of where we are. Rotation moves. I bet you've got a bag of sugar or a bag of flour in your pantry. That's a great thing to hold in your hand, and with both feet pointed forward, with upper body rotations and feet stationary, you are training for rotation. And we need to do that because we do it in life. And if we're not strong in those movements without load, when we actually are carrying something and do these moves, we need to have that reserve so that we do really well in that movement pattern. So that's rotation. Now, you may have a dowel, you may have a broom. This is one of those nifty brooms that you can use to clean out the floor in your garage. But for me, it's an awesome way to train hip hinges. And we hinge a lot in life. So I want to keep this end of the handle on my pelvis and this top end on my head. What I do then is hinge forward from my hip, keeping my back in line and keeping it in contact with the handle of the broom. This motion, when you start adding any weight to this motion, we are training the entire back side of the body for strength and stability. So hinging is a very functional movement and one that we need to train through. I'm going to teach you my favorite way to do squats and really go throughout the front and back of your pelvis. So you can be right by a chair if you need to have it for stability. And we're going to manipulate our feet into a number of different patterns. So the very first squat, and I'm going to turn sideways for a second so you can see how I do squats. My entire body hinges forward so that the weight of my torso is in front, not directly over my feet. Hands together and bend those knees, and I don't have all my torso weight going through my arthritic knees. So it's a way to really make squats a whole lot easier and not painful. So I have my normal hip width feet. I did 2 squats there. Notice that my feet are side by side. I am going to hinge, hands together, and 2 squats here. Now, when you do this, pay attention to what you're experiencing in your glutes and the side of your pelvis. Position number 3, feet are wider than hip width, toes are forward in this experience. And hands hinge, down we go for 2 wide squats. Bringing yourself back up. This foot is going to be about a half a step in front of the other. And if you're using your chair for support, I'll demonstrate it that way. Let's go down for 2 and 1. Very nice. Let's put the other foot in front. Get ready to bend those knees, going down in that squat. Hinge forward, down for 2. All right, now I call this duck feet. My toes are pointed out to the side walls. Hinge, down we go for 2. Very last one, and please listen. If you've got grumpy knees, even though I'm telling you to put your toes in, your toes are just maybe gently pointed in. But we're, again, working around your hips, hinge forwards, keep that weight off your knees, and down we go for 2. It's a beautiful way of really getting a lot of benefit out of doing squats with support if needed, and also not putting a lot of weight through your knee. All right, you notice I have a chair here. I use chairs a lot when I work with clients. So this movement, I call it multi-stepping, but what it's really doing is training your body to do lunges, which we all do lunges in life, but do it with strength and stability. So even though this leg steps forward, side, back, side, what you'll discover when you start doing this movement pattern is it's this leg right here that's just standing there, not making any waves. It's the one that's really working on strengthening your quads, hamstrings, and your glutes. You would then move your chair and do that same forward, side, and back movement on your lunge. very last thing, we all have to carry. We have to carry groceries in from the store. When I still had a yard in Washington State, I had to carry big bags of fertilizer, soil amendments, you name it. I was hauling it out of my vehicle and into the backyard. So training yourself for carries so that you have the stability in your trunk and the strength in your upper body is a wonderful thing to do. And I would encourage you to get that bag of flour or bag of sugar, and about 3 times a day, walk from one end of your house back again, carrying that load. Those 3 carries each and every day, which is more than most people ever do, will keep you very strong, vital, and able to really function well in life and make the second half of your life the very best half. Thank you so much from Mary with Restoration Fitness. Be well and be strong. Bye.